Hey, what's going on, collectors? Miguel here from Toy Quest 101, and on this episode, we're going to be unboxing and reviewing not one, but two of the Hono Studios Wolverine 6-scale figures. We got the tiger stripe suit and the brown suit, and we're going to be unboxing that right now. Hey, what's going on, collectors? Miguel here as always, and welcome to another episode of Toy Quest 101. Now, we have a very special episode lined up for you guys today because we are doing a double review, a double unboxing of two of the newest figures in the 6-scale world, and this is the Wolverines from the Hono Studios, which is a new company. We have the tiger stripe Wolverine yellow suit, and we have the brown suit, and these are the newest ones to come out and has created a lot of buzz, and they're super affordable, so I cannot wait to get them unboxed. Now, before we start, guys, especially if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing to Toy Quest 101, and don't forget to hit that notifications bell so you don't miss any toy reviews, statue unboxings, or any celebrity guests that might pop up on our show. Now, like I mentioned before, guys, this is a new company called Hono Studios, and these are their latest 6-scale figures. These are the first ones to come out of that studio, and that is the Wolverines, and they are going in with this line, especially with the X-Men, and especially Wolverine, because we already got the yellow suit, we already got the brown suit, and they just announced an unmasked yellow suit version of their 6-scale Wolverine, which I am also gonna get, and I cannot wait to get that, and I cannot wait to unbox and review these guys today. Now, the cool thing about this, and what really intrigued me about these figures, is that their base is an actual comic book stand, which we're gonna jump into later on when we get it unboxed. But I love that about this because you get to go ahead and display it with a comic book in the background, which I think is freaking awesome, and it's different from other 6-scale figures. So you can have them all lined up real cool, especially if you're a Wolverine fan like me. So I'm really pumped up about that. But as always, let's take a look at these art boxes. I really love this presentation. Now, it's really cool because you have the die-cut X-Men sign here on the bottom, and then you have the Wolverine here in the yellow suit, a more modern one, but he looks really cool. Really love the art box. And on the back here, you're gonna go ahead and see the figure as well, with some information about the figure here on the bottom. Same thing with the brown suit. You're gonna see the die-cut X-Men sign here. As you can see, there's like a flap. And here you're gonna see the more modern brown suit Wolverine, which I absolutely love. And I cannot wait to see what comic book inspired background they have for these. And like I said, here on the back, you're gonna see the figure as well. So really cool art presentation. I can't wait to get them unboxed. So let's do that right now. Hey, welcome back, collectors. As you can see, both the Hono Wolverine 6 scale figures are out of the box and on our table, and I gotta admit, first impression, these things are absolutely amazing. I took them out of the box. They're very heavy. I love the stands, love all the accessories it comes with. I can't wait to dive deep into that. But guys, I already have a negative thing that I have to talk about. I hate talking about negative things, but just when I thought this was gonna be perfect, this really upset me. I don't know why they did this. Hono, please help me understand why I had to cut into the box in order to get this comic cover print and display it with my Hono Wolverine. I don't understand why you're making the collectors break the box up. I suck at cutting, man. These lines, I guarantee, are not straight. So it really upset me that I had to do that work, destroy the box, in order to get that print in here and, you know, simulate that whole comic look to it. I know most of you guys are gonna put your own comic books in here, which is cool, but Hono, we would happily pay $5 more for you guys to already have a pre-cut cover print for us to use in the display. Please don't make us keep cutting into the box to get this out. I thought that was a horrible idea. Maybe I'm overreacting. Comments, let me know, please, below. But I really didn't like that. I really do not like the fact that they did not have a pre-cut print of the comic for us to go ahead and put on this stand to display it with our Hono Wolverine. So downfall there. Aside from that, guys, the stands look awesome, man. I really love the stand. They're simple, but they get the job done. Now, I wish this wasn't so plasticky. It's very flimsy and stuff. It's not like the base, which is like a hard plastic. You got to be very careful with this, that you don't crack this plastic cover. And I know a lot of you guys are going to be putting your own comic in there. I think that's a great idea for you to display with your Hono Wolverine, whether it's the yellow suit or the brown suit. I think it'll be cool if you pose it just like the cover. Man, imagine having a bunch of these, you know, on display. I think that's awesome. So great job with the idea behind having the comic book stand, you know, with your 6 scale figure, Hono. I really love that, but we got to get away from making us cut out the print in order to put it in here. Really don't like that. Bad idea. Please don't keep doing that. Now, another thing that came in the box, first thing, are these instruction sheets, which I thought were really cool. They're part of the box. As you can see, there's one here for the brown suit, and there's also one here for the yellow suit. Now, the cool thing about this, guys, is that it tells you everything that it comes with the figure. It tells you the points of articulation, whether the legs go 45 degrees or things like that. And it tells you how to use all the accessories and how to really use the stand and stuff. So I thought that was a cool added touch. So far, 50-50 Hono. Let's jump into these figures, guys. And we're gonna go ahead and start with the yellow suit Tiger Stripe Wolverine. All right, collectors, so the first one we're gonna start with is the yellow suit Wolverine, and we're gonna talk about the accessories momentarily, but throughout this video, I'm gonna have them in different poses for you guys to go ahead and check out, so you could start coming up with ideas on how you're gonna pose them at home. Now, the first accessories I wanna talk about are the lower face plates. As you can see here, it does come with 3 of them. Now, the one on the figure itself is more of a serious look, but it does come with 2 other ones, the ones that I'm probably gonna use. You have one that he's kind of just showing his teeth just a little bit, almost like grinning, right? And then he's got the one where he's clenching his teeth, he's angry. I really like this one, but these kind of pop in and out, they're magnetized, so I thought that was a cool option for you to have, since there aren't that since it doesn't have portrait options. It does have the lower face plates that you can go ahead and change out. Now, the second thing are his hands. As you can see, he has open hands here on the figure itself, but it does come with the claws and the closed fist. These are probably the ones that I'm gonna use. Now, I love the color applications on them. It has a metallic blue shine to it, a lot of gloss, and the claws look good too. Nice silver, nice gloss, and the sculpt looks really good as well, especially on the gloves. Now, there is a little bit of play here on these claws just so it won't break, and because it does come with these other accessories. Now, these are like the Rage claws or the Berserker claws, right? It does come with 6 of them, obviously 3 claws on each hand, but these kind of slide right into the hands itself for you to go ahead and create some momentum, right? It creates some movement in a stationary figure. So I do like those, even though I might not use them, but it does have like that Berserker barrage feel to it from the video game, but it does show movement. And it also comes with some extra ball joints for you guys to go ahead and use as well. So not a ton of accessories, but enough for you to go ahead and change out your display and kind of pose them how you want, which I thought was really cool. So let me know what you guys think about these accessories in the comments below. But let's talk about this figure and let's talk about the articulation. Alright guys, so let's talk about the figure itself and the articulation. Now the figure itself is pretty heavy, guys. I was really surprised on how heavy this is. It's made out of very good quality. I really like it. He looks stunning. The paint applications look good. The cloth that they have on the figure looks really good. And again, the shine on his plates and stuff look really good. His trunks look good. Now I know there's a lot of feedback about the trunks being a little bit thin, almost looking like a Speedo, guys. But that's so you can have more articulation here on the legs. You have about 45 degrees going forward, 20 degrees going back as far as articulation. But the knee caps are really good and the feet look really good. He could almost bend his knees and his leg all the way up, as you could see. And here his toes have some articulation here on the boots as well. And look at that tread on the bottom. But this is a lot of articulation for this figure. And that's the reason why they made these trunks so small, is so you could go ahead and articulate and pose them as you want, guys. Now you could probably hide that in the pose. You probably won't see it as much. But man, you do have a lot of flexibility here on the chest plate and the waist as well. It goes left to right really good and up and down. And then I thought it was a little weird, but it's cool. The arms are like click joints here, so you do feel the clicks here when you're moving the joints here on the arm and stuff. His muscles look really good. Now his body is almost like a rubber body as far as the muscles go here on the arms. But man, he looks really good. I love the articulation here and the click joints on his arms. His shoulders actually go up and down. They kind of click up and click down for more movement. And of course, you got his head that has some articulation points as well, which look really good. But the actual figure itself looks really good. I love the paint applications. I love the flexibility that he does come with, especially on the toes, especially with the click joints in his arms. And man, his portrait looks really good. I mean, look at that. He's got the white eyes. The paint applications look good. You know, the cowl looks really good. You see that? The black looks good on him. His bottom, you know, faceplate looks good as well. And you do see some, you know, his arms are kind of hairy too, so which is cool. And that's kind of like sculpted and painted into the arms. So he looks really good, guys. A lot of different articulation points. And you have a lot of flexibility as well. And the angles too, like even the legs go to the side really wide as well, almost doing a split actually. But man, this is really good. I cannot wait to pose him. Now, one downfall and one concern that I do have, you do see some of the seams here on the side of the neck and on the back. You definitely see the seams here. Not that it's a big deal, you know. I don't really care about that stuff. I am a little worried about the tiger stripes though. I don't know if they put that on top of the cloth. I hope they don't come out, or with any heat or anything, or you know, over time they do peel off. I am concerned about that because it looks like it's just a separate part that's on this cloth. Thought it was painted, but it's not. It looks like it's like a different piece of cloth or material that's on the yellow suit. But nonetheless, this looks really good. His muscle features look good. He's proportionate. His legs, his thighs look really good. Again, guys, if you could get over the trunks, and you know, they got to give that up for articulation. I think he looks really good. I think this is a 10 out of 10 figure. He's very sturdy and he's heavy. And of course, the base is gonna go ahead and come with this, you know, clear kind of crotch grabber, right? But it's just kind of there to support him and stuff. But I can't really wait to see him nice and posed. So let's go ahead and show you some pose options with the yellow suit Wolverine. right, collectors, so it's time to dive deep into the brown suit Wolverine. Now, this is a Sideshow exclusive. This is actually has an ES of 1500, so it was limited. And I love this figure already because it has a ton of accessories, which we're gonna jump into right now. But we're not going to talk about the articulation because it is the same as the yellow suit variant, and it would be repetitive if I did. But we're going to talk about the accessories, and we're going to talk about the figure itself. So let's get to the accessories right now. So the first thing I want to talk about is the Muramasa blade. This is also known as the red sword, guys. This is very important to Logan himself. This was forged and made by a piece of Logan's soul and his blood, and this is the only thing that could pierce through Wolverine without his healing factor, healing his body. Now, this was taken away from him in a fight with Captain America, but then later on when he retrieved it, he gave it over to Cyclops and let him know that this is the only thing that could really take him out. So this is very important in the history of Wolverine. This sword is awesome. I'm so happy that they included this. But guys, take a look at the details on the handle. Very well done, but the paint application really does it for me. It's like that jade red, very glossy, very beautiful, and I'm so glad that they included that with this figure. Now, another thing that's different from the yellow suit is that this comes with 4 face plates versus 3. You have a serious look like the yellow suit, but it's on the figure itself now. You also have the smiling grin one. You have the clenched teeth one, which he's very angry. And then you have the yelling one, right? This is probably the one I'm gonna use, where his mouth is open, he's showing his teeth. But you have 4 different bottom face plates for you to interchange with this figure versus the 3 from the yellow suit. Now, also, you have 3 different hand swap outs. You have the open hands that are on the figure now. You have the closed hands that you could also put the sword in his hand so he could wield it. And then you have the hands with the claws here. Now, same thing as the yellow suit. The paint applications look good. The details and the sculpt look good. And of course, his claws look really good too, and they're very shiny. It also comes with the Berserker blades as well, if you wanted to add them on to his claws, and a extra pair of ball joints. But as far as the accessories, guys, goes, this is really cool. It comes with more than the ones that it comes with the yellow suit, but again, it's the red sword that does it for me. This is really cool that he'll be wielding this, so it's different from the yellow suit aside from his brown suit, and the colors obviously are different, but the sword is what does it for me. I really love that they included this with this figure. Now, the stand looks really cool too as well. Same thing as the yellow suit, except this one has a J. Scott Campbell cover to it, which I thought was really cool because Campbell's art is really, really good. And again, it's the same concept, plastic. You can put your own comic book into it, but it looks really, really good. So let's talk about the figure itself. All right, guys, so here is the figure itself, and it looks really, really good. Now, just like the other one, they did a really good job with this as far as the anatomy goes, as far as the muscles and all the different details and veins that are coming out of his arms and stuff. I'm pretty sure this is the same exact body as the yellow suit. Obviously, they just did some major changes with the costume because it's the brown suit. But yeah, this is really well done, guys. Same thing as the yellow suit. A lot of the same points of articulation. Obviously, his trunks are still the same size for the flexibility and the articulation points. But man, his portrait looks good. His arms look really good. He's absolutely ripped. Again, you do have a seam here in the back like we kind of talked about with the yellow suit one. But other than that, man, this is gorgeous. It's very, very heavy. And again, it does have the clicking joints as well, just like the yellow suit. But this is very well done, guys. And as you've been seeing, we've been posing this, different ways so you guys can have an idea at home on how to pose yours. So let's get to a little bit more posing options so you guys can see what I did with this Wolverine. All right, guys, there you have it. Both of the Wolverine 6 scale figures from Hono Studios. We reviewed the brown suit, we reviewed the yellow suit. Both of them are absolutely amazing. I'm really happy with them. The quality, the amount of accessories, the whole comic book stand, I really love them, and I cannot wait to display them next to each other. And I cannot wait to get a hold of the unmasked version of the Wolverine 6 scale figure from Hono Studios that just got released. Guys, let us know in the comments below if you already got these, if you haven't ordered them, what you liked about the figures, what you disliked. Let us know in the comments. I'm very curious to see what your thoughts are on these figures. Guys, these are $160. You can't beat that for this price, guys. We're gonna have all the links in the bio of the video for you guys to go ahead and order yours today as well. Guys, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing to Toy Quest 101 if you liked what you've seen. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, and we'll catch you guys on another episode. Bye, guys.